Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. So there are different kinds of settlers in Israel. For example, they have Orthodox settlers, they have ultra-Orthodox settlers, they have settlers, overseas settlers coming from places like Africa and all those places. There is another form of settler they have in Israel, and these settlers are called, quote-unquote, Messianic settlers. What does it mean, Messianic settler? Well, this group of people, their primary job is to defend the country and the Holy Land they have, which is Jerusalem. Means these people have guns, they are armed with guns, they are armed with so many other weapons. In case there is attack, they are going to be defending this land. Obviously, when we talk about defending the land of Israel by these settlers, what we mean by that is preparing for the coming of the Dajjal, their Christ, their Messiah. And this is why their name is Messianic settler. They are ushering, they're preparing the people of Jew from around the world, not just inside of Israel, but also from around the world, to have them migrate to the land of Israel, because once all of these people, the Jews, the Yahudi, will be gathered together in this land, then the Messiah will come. And this is not coming from me, this is written in their Bible. One of the conditions for the Messiah to appear, in addition to sacrificing the red heifer, those cows that we talked about, and also doing some other rituals, the land has to be cleared from any non-Jew, in other words. And this is why perhaps we are seeing this kind of atrocities taking place in Gaza. Now let's take a look at this article first, because you have to understand this one first. So, for the sake of the temple, the rise of Israel's Messianic settler movement. For the sake of the temple. Now this is the key word, for the sake of the temple. What temple? Temple Mount. They're going to be building this third temple in place of Masjid al-Aqsa. Well, at least that's the plan for now. And for that to happen, they have this movement that is actually becoming bigger and also at the same time gaining momentum. So much so that we now have this kind of article coming from this kind of news channel, news outlet. Israeli flags, racist anti-Arab slogans, provocative group dances and prayers marked Jerusalem Day last Sunday. Obviously, this happened, I believe, on June of 2022, but this is not something that we see only once. It is happening almost on a regular basis. Right now, they're also doing Jerusalem March. You heard it right. There is a movement or a protest or a demonstration taking place, which is called Jerusalem March. Thousands of Israeli religious settlers roamed the streets of the old city in the so-called Flag March, quote unquote, commemorating Israel's occupation of East Jerusalem 50 years ago. So again, these settlers, their primary job is just not to defend the land of Israel, but also to make sure that the environment is being created for the Messiah to appear. Now take a look at this one. Israel approves 100,000 guns licenses since October 7th, and this is what Messianic settler look like. Just take a look at this one picture here. So they are armed. As you can see clearly, this guy, he is not a policeman, he's armed, and he is chasing the Palestinians, anybody who would come to attack them, or if they perceive that person as a threat, they're going to attack them. Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, or Ben Dajjal, says Israel is now, quote, safer after boasting that his office has approved 100,000 gun licenses since October 7. The Times of Israel reported on March 8. Not only that, this guy, Ben-Gvir or Ben Dajjal, he is bypassing all the laws, state laws, to give gun to specific people. For example, the mayor, I think, of a city who applied for a permit to have a gun, Ben-Gvir intervened, and he bypassed all the procedure, all the process, the application process, and he gave this gun to this mayor. He said, you do not need to go through this process, just have it. This is the level of fairness they have, obviously, and this, the enthusiasm, if you like, they have to welcome their Masih, that they cannot even wait to have this kind of legal procedure taking place when it comes to arming these Messianic settlers. This week, we reached a milestone at the National Security Ministry. The 100,000th citizen received his firearms license, Ben-Gvir told reporters while standing in front of a poster that reads 100,000 or 100K Israelis armed. Why they are armed? Not to defend their country against Gaza, not just for doing this, not just for doing that. I mean, obviously, they are anticipating Israel could be involved in war with other Muslim countries, and that could be Jordan, number one. It could be even, who knows, Egypt. But obviously, they are not going to be going on a head-on collision or clash with these countries' government, but they will be stopping any movement, any Muslim movement, especially movement that are being created by Muslim youth to attack Israel. And we already know that Iran, Hezbollah, all of these entities and Iran's proxies, they are becoming a constant threat for Israel. So they are going to be on the offensive. Looks like Israel is going to be on the offensive, especially if there is going to be a conflict with other Muslim countries. Brothers and sisters, this is a breaking news because we have never seen something like this in the past. They are now approving guns left and right, and they are now planning to attack Rafah. They are planning to attack other countries if needed. For example, Lebanon will be coming under attack. So these people are becoming very, very desperate. And even though we have seen how US is actually the superpower of our time, have failed miserably, Joe Biden, to stop Israeli Zionists and their madness. These people are absolutely lunatics. Thank you guys for joining this session. If you have any comment, I have one. Hamad, salam alaikum, brother, welcome, salam. Azhar Hashmi, first to like your hard work, brother. Jazakallah khair, brother Azhar. And the other brother here I have is Hamad. Salam, brother, welcome, salam. If you have any comment, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will be getting back to you with a answer. And inshallah, I'll talk to you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.